Hello everybody and welcome back to Hangzhou, China. Starting our day off today exploring Hangzhou, and we're in Changzhou Park. And today we have a lovely local of ours. She's actually a subscriber that reached out to us and said that she would like to show us around the local side of Hangzhou, and that's exactly what we're doing. So today we're with our new friend Ling. She's going to join us today on the adventure around Hangzhou. Like I said, one of our subscribers, and she reached out to us. She actually spent some time in my home country of Ireland as well. But today we're going to see a more beautiful side with a local of Hangzhou. Let's do it.
Super excited. Is that the one I read online?
Wow. Have a look at this. We didn't know that this existed. An absolutely gorgeous perspective and view over the West Lake. This is gorgeous. The fact that they managed to build this for people to go for a walk. So this bridge here is apparently nice and long and stretches, and then it connects to what looks like a nice promenade that brings you directly along the waters of this gorgeous lake. Plenty of people packed onto the boats already. It's relatively early in the morning at the moment here in Hangzhou, so we have a full day ahead of us of adventure. And wow, it's already scorchingly hot. This is going to be the common theme, by the way, here in Hangzhou, constantly complaining about the heat, but that's just what it is right now. It's that time of the year.
I was trying to sort of plan a video that is like
Look at this, absolutely beautiful. The structure and the construction and the way that Hangzhou is presented and preserved is just stunning. I think this is the most visually pleasing city in China that we've visited so far.
I kept wondering if these little boats here are maybe some sort of a paddle boat, because I think on the lake you can take some paddle boats, but they seem to be maybe electric, because you cannot see the people moving or paddling at all, and they're quite fast, so it looks really nice, especially with the sort of small roofing that you have. You're sitting in the shade in a little electric boat. It looks very nice. I don't know, maybe I'm romanticizing it, but
It's too hot.
it's probably too hot.
Yeah.
But in my head, it's gonna be amazing.
Beautiful.
With the fish. Oh, they don't like the camera.
Oh, they don't like the camera. They're camera shy. Camera shy fish.
The fish is in the fish viewing spot. They're like much bigger and taller.
Oh, okay.
Like a koi type of a situation? Carp? Colorful carp? I don't know. I've never seen it.
The water is so clean
Yeah.
for such a large lake,
Yeah.
and for a city with 12 million people. Sometimes it's more than double the population of Ireland in one city.
Nearly triple.
You would expect some type of litter, but it's spotlessly clean. Crazy. Literally all that you can see here is just natural growth on the lake floor. Crazy. There's so many of these transport vehicles. There seem to be electric tour carts, I guess you could call them, full of Chinese tourists mostly, and it's almost like a mini version of the big red bus that you would get in a lot of large cities. It's nice, but it's also pretty crazy because of how small it is. They literally drive up onto the paths and the sidewalks where people are walking, so every now and then you'll just get a really dangerously silent bus full of people that will drive by you. We've been nearly hit by them probably 4 or 5 times since we've arrived here. It's it's really funny. But I think it's only like 10 yuan or something for a tour on one of them. So we might have to do that before we leave. Although the announcements seem to be entirely in Chinese, unfortunately. Look at how green Hangzhou is. It is just a truly stunning city. It's not at all what I imagined it would be.
All the cars. I think people don't really like to spend for everything. Oh, there's another one.
Back to back. Ni hao. Hello.
They're so fast.
Yeah. And silent.
And silent, yeah. Ni hao. Hello. On this side of the street you actually have the Liew Tower, which is the Liew Pagoda, which is one of the must-see and must-do things in Hangzhou. But there are so many tourists because of the summer holiday that is going on at the moment. So that temple would be absolutely crazy. Actually, if you go like maybe in the springtime or the autumn time, not the like main summer holiday time, I'm sure you would enjoy this pagoda a lot more because there's less people around. But we, on the other hand, are going to go to Jingzi, which is this temple here on the other side. The traffic here is crazy. Hello! Oh, he's so cute.
Look at how crazy this is. Talk about a traditional window to buy a ticket. Tiny little cutout in the wall. Proper. They just left it the way it was, basically, in its ancient form. I love this. You don't need a big glass, see-through, bulletproof window or whatever like you would need somewhere in America. You just leave it the way it is. Proper medieval style, or probably not medieval, probably even before then.
It also doesn't let as much heat into the place, probably.
Yeah, that's very
true. You can use an AC inside, but the cold doesn't escape as much.
It's nice and cool, yeah. How much were the tickets to get in?
10 yuan.
10 yuan, okay, cool.
Person.
10 yuan per person. Beautiful. Let's check out the temple here in Hangzhou. Ni hao. Xie xie.
Can take your Yes.
Cool.
There we go.
Some incense.
Oh, yes.
1, 2, 3. Ooh.
All right, let's light our incense. I'm spectacularly bad at lighting incense. Don't know why, I always tend to light one accidentally and then the others not at all. I'm not very good at it. Is it on? No, it's not on. The whole stick will go on fire. Oh yeah, no, it's on.
This is such a beautiful temple. We've seen so many now. We've seen so many different temples here in China. Every one of them is very unique in their own way, but nonetheless equally as beautiful.
I think we might have been doing it a little bit wrong before. We always just did it in one direction, but you're actually supposed to do it in several directions. So for heaven and so on. Very difficult to describe, but this giant burn pit here is very, very beautiful. So much ashes from past incense. And I always love the scent of it all. And this one here is actually nice because this temple is not so insanely heavily frequented. So you have quite a bit of incense, but you don't have this overwhelmingly giant cloud of the smoke coming your way. So this one is kind of nice. It has just enough for the scent to be in the air, ongoingly, but not like so much that you feel like you're suffocating, if you know what I mean. This temple is so stunning. Wow.
Do you want to go in there first?
Sure.
Then we go up.
Wow. The attention to detail here in the Chinese temples. It feels like every square inch is just done very thoughtfully, I want to say. Gorgeous. So in here, in this building, you have depictions or statues of Buddha and a couple of warriors as well that are defending the temple. We don't want to film the inside of it for obvious reasons. We've been told directly filming Buddha can be disrespectful, so we're not going to do that, but we can definitely show you the beauty and the grandeur of this beautiful temple as well. No camera, no fire, no smoking. Be quiet and don't remember to be happy.
Subscribers of Two Mud Explorers or something?
Have a look at all these lanterns. So believe it or not, you can actually, these are all handwritten with marker from people that have visited the temple. It's very nice. It's a nice sort of way to leave a piece of yourself here in such a beautiful and important and historic place. Very beautiful. A lot of them are probably family names or family members.
Let's go up as long as the sun is not crazy out.
True. Fascinating. So, incredibly hot day today. What a lot of locals, and now also Naomi. So you can douse this baby Buddha, or the image of baby Buddha, with this water. It takes a lot of control, I think.
Yeah, I'm not very good at like fine motorical skills.
Yeah.
Somebody even managed to throw some coins on the little podest that he's standing
Oh
on.
wow, that's very accurate.
Must be very
Nice.
accurate to do that. Oh. It's so nice with the pigeons here as well. It's kind of like you're attracting the pigeons by pouring the water because they come and drink.
Yeah, true.
Very nice.
It's almost like an act of meditation, because you have to take the water so carefully and then carefully pour it over the baby Buddha's head.
Pour the water out.
Absolutely fascinating little part of this temple here.
100% in the presence.
I could just stand here and watch people do this all day.
The act of pouring the water, actually, I just said that there, really forces you to be 100% in the present moment, because if you aren't, you're just gonna pour the water somewhere else, or, you know, maybe not even get to the head. So it's like really requires 100% focus. And I thought that was really, really nice, especially if you're in like a larger city and you're so busy with kind of being aware of your surroundings all of the time. That really forces you to be like 100% present. Right, you guys, this temple also offers an art exhibition in this case, it's the Zilsha pottery art exhibition, which is kind of like teapots and little mugs and stuff like that, which are very, very nice, and I believe they might be made out of clay. But the main reason, of course, we want to see the art exhibition, don't get me wrong here, but they also have AC in here. So a lot of people are taking the time to stop here and enjoy a little bit of the AC, basically, while also appreciating very nice art. Ni hao, hello. Wow. It's so cute. It's so small. You have like 1 cup of tea in each. We have now made it to the top of the temple hill where the past Buddha resides, basically. And from here you have a beautiful view onto the other buildings, Liew Tower. You can see the cityscape here in the back. And of course, the West Lake. You have a stunning view onto it here, sort of on the left, and also a little bit there on the right. And I'm just so in awe with the beautiful view. Absolutely stunning. Also the little sort of artifacts, the little towers that you see here, they're so beautifully decorated. This piece here as well with the dragon on it. I don't know. I'm always kind of like a little bit shocked by the amount of work and detail that goes into decorating these temples, because there's so much craftsmanship in it that has been sort of executed over hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. So it's really cool to see these things. Do you want to write, or should I write? Or?
The day, the name, and the 1 and the 100.
Okay, you can write. You have better handwriting.
So today is
So what we're doing right now is we're going to get
This is the name?
yes, it is the name.
one of those beautiful red lanterns, just as like a kind of a way of leaving a little bit of ourselves behind here in Hangzhou. Nice.
Okay, you want Alipay? WeChat. Okay.
Beautiful. Can't wait to see it.
You can do yourself, or I have you. Or
You're better than me. If I put it, it's like not straight. I put Two Mad Explorers Family, and it's kind of for all of us then.
Yeah, so it's all of you guys that are watching. You're also on the lantern with us. It's funny. It's like a art project.
Yes.
Yep.
Communal art project. So crowded here already.
Yeah, it's a busy spot.
Maybe here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So,
Beautiful.
if you guys are in the area, come and visit our lantern.
Yeah. It's so nice. Right. Today is turning into a proper sort of cultural tour, I guess, of Hangzhou. Our next stop today is called 6 Harmonies Pagoda. So you have the Baochu Pagoda, which we would have seen in a previous video. You have the Liew Pagoda as well, and you also have 6 Harmonies Pagoda. So right now we're going to check out 6 Harmonies Pagoda. It's apparently around 60 meters tall, about 10 meters shorter than the Liew Pagoda. And right now we're going to purchase our tickets so we can head inside. We're really being like proper tourists this time here in Hangzhou. We wouldn't be able to do it without the help of the amazing Ling with us today as well. Let's check this place out. Probably another very, very beautiful situation. Hangzhou is really thoroughly surprising us so far.
So the entry, if you want to see the park and the pagoda, is 30 RMB per person. And apparently from the top... Apparently from the top you can see the river, which is just to our left, and also the West Lake. So you get a nice sort of overview over all of it, because so far we haven't seen the river here in Hangzhou, right?
Wow, another absolutely jaw-dropping view here in Hangzhou. So this pagoda here is basically entirely made out of wood and brick, and it was built during the Northern Song dynasty, roughly around the year 960. Very, very old. And apparently at some stage there was a fire, which was actually a question that we asked. The fact that it's built almost entirely out of wood, and this Hangzhou is so incredibly warm, especially this time of the year, surely it would attract a fire at some point because of the amazing amount of heat that it goes under.
You say it was built in 970?
960 or so.
Oh, I think 970, maybe 960. But it was built by the Northern Song dynasty, and apparently they moved down here because of the war with the Mongols. So they moved down here and basically had their capital here in Hangzhou. And they had built this pagoda in the hope of being able to control the tide water of the river with the blessing of this massive pagoda. Wow. It's entirely made out of wood, and some parts are made of brick, which is crazy to think. Wow. The river is very vast. Very wide, yeah, that's what I'm just saying.
It's huge.
Or you can take a train across. But I'm sure this one is really beautiful to take the slow train across the bridge. You have a lot of time to enjoy the river instead of flying over it with the fast speed train. I really love the fast speed train, but I'm sure you get a very impressive view of the old bridge if you go at a very slow pace. This is beautiful. And then the other side is like the more modernized side of Hangzhou.
It's like a newer side.
Newer side. Looks very developed, a lot of condo buildings.
This river must have been very important for a lot of trade for silk, like many years ago, no? Because of how big it is. It's crazy.
This river and also the canal.
The canal, yeah. Such a beautiful view. What is this flower called?
桂花.
Sweet-scented osmanthus.
Osmanthus. Oh.
Sweet-scented osmanthus.
Sweet-scented osmanthus. So that's the type of flower that grows here in the fall time, and the entire city apparently smells like that flower, and you can also put it in some sort of a sweet candy, dessert, something like that.
Like a rose cake from Yunnan.
Like, yeah, maybe similar to the rose cake from Yunnan. We made it to the inside of the 6 Harmony Pagoda, and you can see already a lot of the structures here are made of wood, and therefore of course endangered for fires, wildfires and so on. So you need to be a little bit careful in case you have lighters and so on. You need to give them away. The stairs here are very high. You can see everybody's sweating because of how hot it is. Oh no, the auntie. Let's wait on the side.
Very good.
I thought she was gonna fall for a second.
Stairs out here.
They're very narrow as well, I believe, which makes it difficult to...
You want to go first?
Oh, sure.
Feel.
The stairs here seem to be very narrow, which is okay to go up. But I'm sure if you come back down, it might be a little bit difficult. especially if you're of
it's very
a higher age, right? Very steep. Very steep stair. Oh yeah. And you have to be really careful because a lot of the stairs are a different height.
yeah.
So you can fall really easily. Second floor. Oh, these like arches here are very interesting. The shape of it. It's different to other buildings that you can see in Hangzhou.
Oh, that looks like Central Asian.
Yeah, it looks, for me as well, to me it looks Central Asian, but we might be wrong. And now you can see here the floors and the outside of the pagoda. It's completely made of wood. This is only the second floor. I'm already so out of breath. My god. Sure, you can get a stunning view over the river and also the lake apparently when you get to the top floor. Or is it just, I don't know, somebody came up with it? I'm kind of wondering because every
What a beautiful place indeed. View is getting better, of course, over this beautiful river here too. I absolutely love the way that this is laid out. Even the floor that you walk on is made of wood, and the internal structure seems to be made of brick. So I think if there was any sort of fire or whatever, it would only take out the external parts of it. Wow, and have a look at this. You can see sort of the expansion of this beautiful area here, the ancient style of the houses. I'm not too sure now what type of actual style that these are built in, but it is truly stunning. Everything is very photogenic. I've quite literally ran out of storage on my phone already from taking photos here in Hangzhou. Look at this. Oh yeah, the tiles are
similar to Dali.
similar to the ones in the Dali ancient town. You ready to tackle the stairs? Look how steep they are.
Always scared for the elderly.
Yeah.
Look
at this guy.
You can do it.
He's a warrior. Follow the light. Let's see what we can see. Ah yes. There's that beautiful river that we just saw down here where we started filming here. Wow. You can see the newer side, or the more developed side, I guess, of Hangzhou off in the distance. All the skyscrapers and the business districts and the financial yada yada yada. This here, for us, it's much better. Look at this vast expanse of beautiful green. I think I could live here. I think Hangzhou and Kunming, those two cities, in terms of cities, are the most livable that I've seen so far here in China. What do you think? I said Hangzhou and Kunming, they're like the two most livable cities that I've seen so far.
Oh yeah, 100%. Hangzhou gets a lot, like very, very hot though. Maybe if you stay in Hangzhou
true.
in like spring and autumn,
Yeah.
and then in Kunming in the summertime, I think then
The climate is better in Kunming, yeah, true. We made it to the 4th floor. We're gonna continue. I think there's 6 or 7 floors here on this pagoda. And it's also, the pagoda is also built in an octagon, so an octagon shape, which makes it kind of confusing when you're on the inside. You can actually very easily lose which way you're going. It's fascinating though. The steps are a combination of brick steps and wood. The brick probably a later addition to the wood, or the wood a later addition to the brick.
Made it to the 6th floor. Oh, and I anticipated it was the last one. It's not the last floor. So there's more. Oh no. Floor number 7. Wow. We are at the top. We can barely breathe. Whew. That was a little bit of a workout. Wow. You get to see how vast Hangzhou is though. It's very beautiful. And up here you also get to enjoy the breeze a little bit more, because it's a little bit windy. Whew. Wow, oh my god. This is so beautiful. I thought the left side was already beautiful. This side is actually a lot nicer. You can see a lot further, and also some more modern bridges over there as well. What I think is very interesting is that they have these bells sort of on every floor on the corner pieces of the roof. And then when it's windy outside, I'm sure that you can hear the chimes of the bells, which would be so, so beautiful. Now I'm kind of wondering, because obviously you're going to have the river view, but I believe somewhere on the other side you will have a lake view, maybe. I think maybe. If depending on how thick the forest is maybe, or how high the hill is. Well, you can really see how big that forest is. I think there might be some rain coming in over here. That looks a little bit like a rain cloud. These walkthroughs are very, very low, by the way. So Luke and I can very easily hit our heads up here. If you like hiking, I'm sure you have a lot of like hiking paths in the forest as well. There's probably an endless amount of walking that you can do in Hangzhou with all of that greenery going on. Wow. That's so beautiful. I do think that the lake might be on the other side of this. I assume. Not 100%. We made it all the way up, and we made it all the way down. Very, very hard work climbing up all the way and coming back down in these temperatures, because my god, we're all very sweaty now. But interestingly enough, this was like the most amount of white people that we have seen in all of Hangzhou. I think on the inside there were like maybe 20 or so foreigners from Austria.
Austrians.
Yeah, Austrian, maybe like an Austrian tour group or something like that. Very cool to see. We don't usually see a whole lot of foreigners with the places that we travel to in China, because we obviously didn't travel like the Great Wall or like the major common tourist spaces. But yeah, very, very nice experience. Definitely recommend you guys to do that if you ever do come to Hangzhou, because you have an absolutely amazing view from the top. And now I believe we're either gonna grab a tea somewhere or maybe something small to eat, because we're a little bit hungry and hot.
It's too hot.
Hi.
How are you? Oh, you're so friendly. Are you friendly? Yes. Hello. Hi. Nice meeting you. Yes. Bye bye. Bye bye. Are you doing a little dance? Are you doing a little dance?